Hi everyone, Fina here from Fina Reads. Welcome back to a new video, and today I'm sharing a book review with you. As you might know, I am one of the judges of this year's self-published science fiction competition number 2, or SpaceFic number 2, and we just announced the quarterfinalists not too long ago for the team that I'm part of, which is Team Dragons in Space, hence my dragon t-shirt today. You know, you have to fit into that somehow. And I read 3 out of the 7 quarterfinalists already, so I'm releasing the reviews for those 3 over the next weeks, starting with this one. And today's review is about Shakedowners by Justin Woolley, which is a more fun approach at sci-fi. Which, there are fun books at sci-fi, so that sounded totally weird, but this is definitely more of the fun, entertaining, silly ones, if you will. And I'm starting off with a quick description that I'm reading from Amazon, and then I will tell you a little bit more about what I thought about the book, what I think about the world building, the writing, etc., etc. Alrighty. To boldly go where no losers have gone before, some starship captains explore strange new worlds, seeking out new life and new civilizations. Some lead missions of discovery through wormholes to the other side of the galaxy, and then there's Captain Iridius B. Franklin, someone who spent too long seeking out strange new bars and new alien cocktails. After graduating bottom of his class at Space Command Academy, Iridius Franklin hasn't had the glamorous career he envisioned. Instead, he hauls cargo ships full of mining waste, alien land whale dung, and artificially intelligent toy dogs across the stars. Iridius does have talent though. He is exceptionally good at breaking starships. So when not hauling freight, he's captain of a shakedown crew, a skeleton crew used to test newly constructed ships for faults before the real crew takes over. While on a routine shakedown mission aboard the FSC Galloway, soon to be pride of the Federation fleet, Earth is attacked by an unknown alien life form. With the galaxy in chaos, Captain Iridius B. Franklin finds himself unqualified, understaffed, and completely unprepared in command of the most advanced starship in the galaxy. Now he just needs to not break it. Out of that description, as you might have gathered, this is more like a space opera. I find it falls more into the space opera category, so it is humans, our world, but years and years in the future. And it starts off with Captain Iridius B. Franklin being on his ship on the way to a delivery of those artificial toy dogs that were mentioned in the description. And something is off on the planet that he arrives where he has to drop off those toy dogs before. By the way, for whatever reason, those toy dogs, I imagine them to be like tiny West Highland White Terriers. Little dogs that were F, but with an artificial intelligence in there. Anyway, besides humans, you also have various alien races. If you watched Hitchhiker's Guide Through the Galaxy or read it, I find it has some similarities in that regards. So the human is, because Captain Iridius B is a human, is kind of the main character, but he is surrounded, like his ragtag crew is surrounded by various other races. So it makes a really interesting setting that you have all these different backgrounds in this team and what they all bring to the table as part of the story. The purpose of this book is being entertaining, so there's a lot of humor, a lot of jokes like sprinkled within, and I found that the crew's main purpose is also to add humor to the story. So the base of the story is really Captain Iridius B, who's kind of an older guy who never made it anywhere and is kind of like the loser type. Throughout the story, you learn more of him and why he ended up where he ended up. What happened back in the academy and those type of things. And then you see him grow throughout the series. So there's a lot of stuff that is happening in book 1, which is, by the way, book 1 of a series. I think there are 3 books out. I'm not 100% sure if it is a trilogy or if there will be more books in that same universe. But book 1 is definitely the setup of the series. So I read the descriptions of book 2 and 3. I haven't read the entire books yet. But book 1 is definitely the setup to something that is growing in plotline and storyline in book 2 and 3 from what it sounds like from the descriptions. So there's a lot of development of the main character. There's a lot of stuff that is going to happen that will help him grow and become more confident, you know, and kind of step out of that loser light that he is being portrayed in as the beginning. And because the purpose of the book is really humor and entertainment and showing him off as kind of the goofy guide, The whole, like, it's a really fast-paced book because of that, and it's very entertaining, light and fluffy, and that's kind of what you can expect. From a writing style perspective, I think it fits very well to the type of story this is. It is very engaging. It's, as I said, fast-paced. There's, you know, no complicated language or anything. It's really straightforward, and it is a really good book that you could read in a day if you want to. Like, that's how entertaining and how fast-paced it really is. You know, like, generally speaking, there's nothing bad to say about the writing. It is really consistent. It is straightforward. It fits the book really well. So he matched the tone of the story with the way he is writing it perfectly. Coming to the pros and cons and maybe reasons why you would like this book versus not. The big thing about this book is the humor, right? It's meant to be a humorous book. So if you read Hitchhiker's Guide Through the Galaxy, or if you like the humor of Spaceballs or Dumb and Dumber, like that type of thing, this is kind of what this book is about. That means if that is not your type of humor, which unfortunately this is not my type of humor, this book doesn't do a whole lot for you, because the story is pretty flat and straightforward, right? There is not a lot of depth when it comes to character development or motivation of the characters. It's all easy going, straightforward, and as I said, really much hinges on the humor and the snarkiness of the captain itself, etc. Personally, I didn't get along with that, but I've been told before that I have a weird sense of humor, so not a mainstream sense of humor. I like humorous books, but this just didn't hit the nail on the head. So keep that in mind when I'm saying things like that about Shakedowners. It is, you have to like the humor. You have to like that type of, you know, Spaceballs movie and Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura and like that type of humor. And if you do, this book is going to be a great one for you. Yeah, so that concludes my quick review of Justin Woolley's Shakedowners. If you like humor in your sci-fi story, if you are a fan of quirky alien races and a really ridiculous situation that he is thrown into and now has to try to figure out, then it definitely is the right book for you. I think it is a good one that appeals to a lot of people, because it is not going super deep, because it helps you with pulling out of reality and just having some fun entertainment for some time. And I could see this actually going further up the ranks of SPSFC2 because it has such a mass appeal in that regard. So that's it for my first review of the quarterfinalists for Team Dragons in Space for SPSFC number 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below. Is this a book that sounds interesting for you? Is this the type of humor that you enjoy? Then definitely go check out the book. I have that in the description down below. And then don't forget to check out all the other reviews and all the other books that are part of SPSFC. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this review, and then I'll see you with my next one. Bye!